Our son is missing. He's a 2-year-old boy. His name is Joe. He was playing on our driveway and then he vanished.
There's two sides to this story. There's a very personal, spiritual side to it when dealing with the parents of the missing child, Randy and Crystal Simpkins, and I wanted to give that a very personal, tangible touch, you know, with the music. And so the combination of the piano and strings just left a real delicate, fragile tone to the music, and that's what I was aiming for. And when I was talking to Lance about that idea, we both just kind of agreed that they're sort of hanging on by a thread. You know, it's like it's a combination of fear, hope, uncertainty, and just the sheer terror of it all that's happening to them. It's like one of those situations that you never want to happen to you, and then when it does, it's like, man, I don't know if I can do this. You know, I don't know if I can make it through this situation. Once I finally landed on a motif that I think really captures that feeling, though, Lance was like, that's it, that's it, that's it. And we literally, I had about 12 other ideas to play for him, and we both decided, I'm not playing you anything else, because if you react like that, you know, to that motif, you know, then I guess we're golden. It's not like it just doesn't beat you over the head, just real, you know. You know, real simple, real. Played up high, it even sounds better. Here we have the score for the main theme of The Way Home, and I basically cut it in two different sections. There's 5M2, and then over here is 5M3, but it's all part of the same theme. It's just that the theme is actually 8 minutes long, so we had to sort of cut it up in pieces for the orchestra to be able to handle. We didn't want the instrumentalists getting tired out, and you know, I knew we were going to have to go back and maybe take a couple of takes, and so basically that's what this is. And then here, this is my mock-up in Logic of the actual theme that you're seeing here. Right here, you can see we've circled all the tempo markings so that the orchestra knows that there's a tempo change there that's fairly significant. Minor tempo changes you don't really have to notate, but major ones you definitely want to, so that they know what's coming. The other half of the music, the other part of the music, comes from the geography of where the story is set. And if you've ever been to Western Georgia, I mean, it is so grand, it's so big, and the music needed to be somewhat respectful of that vast space. The Mother Nature is such a major force. We take it for granted, I think, on a regular basis, but to me this was kind of one of those things. You know, you don't really think about the greatness and the respect that is owed to a piece of land that's really big until your child goes missing on a piece of land that's really big, and you're forced to search that land and that property and realize that, man, I'm too small to do this. This is bigger than me. When you see the film, you'll see that there was just all kinds of places that were really just hazardous traps for a child to be around in that area. Car bodies overturned, and farming equipment that's been abandoned for years, and things like that. And so I went out with my M-Audio microtrack, and I just sampled as many different rusty metal textures as I could find in a junkyard and just around town here in Los Angeles. And then I came back and threw them into Contact and sampled them and used them as percussion devices in this score, and I think that worked pretty well. It created one thing that Lance and I discussed early on is we didn't want anything electronic in this score. Even though I was going to be utilizing electronics to construct the score on a computer, we didn't want the sounds to be sourced from the computer. We wanted everything to be completely sampled organically of actual items or actual instruments, and barring the orchestra, of course, which we recorded live. But so all of the percussion stuff that you hear in The Way Home is me banging on oil drums and bowing different pieces of metal and just all kinds of weird stuff like that.